All right, so welcome everyone to another solo acoustic tutorial. This is based on the way that I play it on the channel for Country Roads by John Denver. So you can find it on the channel if you want to, and it's very straightforward, very simple, very close to the original one, except there's a lot more picking and little notes in the original one. So it sounds to me like there's two guitars, but I could be wrong. When you play this song, I use a capo on the 2nd fret. If you want to just learn the song with me and you don't have a capo, feel free to just learn the chords, play the song, and then you can learn it later, right? You can get a capo later and put it on. You can always adapt to change the chords if you want to. I think this thing is wonderful, and it's a great tool to have if you're going to be playing, especially if you're playing out and you don't want to kill your wrist playing a bunch of bar chords all night. Another thing is that the one on the channel is tuned down a half a step probably. So it might not sound exactly the same if you play along with that one. So here I'm in the original key, which is A. So you can play an open A would be the original note, but I'm playing with a capo on 2. I'm not sure how John Denver plays it, but this is the way I learned it. And we've gone over a lot of these chords before. We'll go over each one once, and then when we reuse it, we won't go over it again. I'll have the patterns here for you, the chord diagrams, but they're probably chords you already know, basic open chords. So G chord is 2nd finger, 3rd fret, 6th string. I'm counting the frets from the capo, by the way, not from the beginning, not from what the actual fret it is. 3rd fret from the capo. 2nd finger, 6th string. The 1st finger, 2nd fret, 5th string. The 4th and 3rd string remain open. Then the 3rd string on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string and pinky finger on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. G chord. The 2nd chord is E minor. E minor is open, 6th string. 3rd finger, 2nd fret, 5th string. 2nd finger, 2nd fret, 4th string, and the rest of the strings stay open. Then D, open D chord. You don't play the 5th or 6th string. If it's an open 4th string, the 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string. C chord. Mute the 6th string with your thumb, 3rd finger, 3rd fret, 5th string, 2nd finger, 2nd fret, 4th string. The 3rd string stays open, 1st finger, 1st fret, 2nd string, and open 1st string. There's only 2 more chords in this song, an F and a D7, but we'll cover that when we get to the bridge where they come in. So the way I strum the chords is, this is how I do it, the G, so. So down, down, up, up, down, up. Real slow. Down, down, up, up, down. And that's pretty much the way I play it all the way around. There might be a few other in and outs over there, but figure out your own rhythm with that, okay? There's not much difference, so let's begin with the first verse. And then Take Me Home Country Roads, the chorus, just changes 2 of the chords. So it just changes the E minor and the D. So it goes G, D, E minor, and then C. So, take me home, country road. So what I do there is I just put the pinky on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, pull it off, so, and then strike down once with the finger on the 2nd fret, And then I take off and open the first string and then hammer back on with the second finger. Third finger pulling off, hit the second, open, and hammer on the second, okay? So, country roads to the E minor, place I belong, C, and then West Virginia, mountain deep, mama, E minor, take me home, country C, roads. And I do this a lot as a little pull off, so at the end, just like the D chord, almost the same thing, except your first finger is on the first fret of the second string, and you do everything on the second string. So you just put your pinky, this is for a C chord, put your pinky on the third fret of the second string. So I pull it off to the first finger, which is already there for the C chord, and hit it again. And then open the second string, take my finger off, and hammer back on the first finger after I strike the string. So take off the finger and hammer it back on. Okay? So let's go through it slowly so you can see. Back to the next verse, and that's the whole verse, whole thing. The only other part there is a bridge, and we'll do that now. So the chorus part just has 2 extra chords in it, and that's only the second time around. So for the chorus, that's the part that goes, I hear her voice in the morning hours, she calls me. Such a good song, great tune. And yeah, one of my favorites, Don Denver, man. Beautiful music, beautiful melodies, everything, beautiful voice. So it comes right to an E minor. And the strumming is relatively the same, same rhythm. Down, down, up, down, up, that kind of thing. Just for different time lengths, and you can feel this, you get a feel for it, So E minor, I hear her, D, voice in the G, morning hours, she calls me. Then we switch to a C. Then the C is short-lived and switches to a G again. Radio, G, minds me of my D, home far away. And here I play the little, put your pinky on, pull it off, hammer on the second finger again, right? From earlier, you got it. And then back to the E minor. Driving down and then it goes to an F. So the F, you can play the barred version like this if you want to. I usually play it like this. I find it's easier to switch to from the open chords because your fingers are still here and you don't have to switch to a bar chord. I just put my thumb across the first fret of the 6th string and my 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, pinky on the 3rd fret of the 4th string, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and my 1st finger bars the 1st fret of the 2nd and 3rd strings. Okay, so E minor, driving down the road, F, road I get up, and go to C, and then it's that short C that goes to the G again. Feeling that I should have been home. So C to the G. Feeling that I should have been home. D. Yesterday. And then for that last part, when he goes a higher, he switches to a D7. That's the last chord, and that's everything. So he plays 4th string open, just like a regular D, just switch a few fingers. So 4th string open, then 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, and 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string. Beautiful chord. Yesterday, and he just strikes it and holds it. Yesterday, country road. Okay, and then it goes right back into the song. So I'll play that whole part through for you one time, just so you can hear how it sounds if you're not familiar. So I hear her voice in the morning hour. She calls me. Country road, take me home. Okay? And that's the whole tune. So if you have any questions about that, anything was unclear, let me know and I'll get back to you. And anything else you want to learn, tutorials, songs you're stuck on, chords you're not sure about, solos especially that you're trying to figure out. I had a lot of trouble with that when I was first starting out. I had a lot of solos, like I learn and record them, you know, back then with a cassette tape recorder. And things are a lot easier now, right? I'm not learning from books, you know, you can't hear anything, you're trying to figure it out, and on tabs and books and stuff, you can't hear anything. So my tape recorder, I used to record on my tape recorder, myself playing, and and I'd listen back after a while later, after I learned some harder solos, and the solos that I tried to learn I missed a lot of notes just because my ear was incapable of hearing it then, because I was learning by ear, right? So if you have any questions about solos, what they're doing, where they're playing, you know, how to do them, let me know, or the techniques they're using, let me know, and I'll try to make a tutorial on it, right? Any songs you want to hear, acoustic solo versions, anything like that. And until then, happy practicing. Take care, guys. I'll see you next time.